With great beer and even better conversations. Welcome to Mind Hops, the podcast with more dad jokes than you can shake an angry fist at.
Sweet Lord, Martha, it's one of those bags again.
Don't step on it, Ted.
It's poop again. I'll get you damn kids for this.
Broadcasting around the world from Ocala, Florida, here are your hosts, Trenton Summers and Jack Brennan.
Trenton really brought us in there by slamming that can down. Holy shit.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
Welcome.
Welcome very rudely.
Yeah, to episode 7 of Mind
You're
Hops.
still keeping count, man. That's impressive.
Well, 7's a lucky number. I might stop here and try to
you
get this
probably
far.
should.
I mean, it's a pretty high number, so.
It's too much for me. Next is duck, right?
Duck?
Yeah. Duck. Goose.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought we were doing... Okay. Yeah, sure. All right, who we got here today, Jack? We're already introduced, obviously, with this fancy-ass intro.
This is my cousin Victor.
Yep.
He is the 5th best bartender in Ocala and a recent hospital guest.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What do you want to kick it off with? You want to kick it off with the injury or?
Never
mind. Right. Sorry, we got beers.
let me talk about the beer here. So I've got a Blazer. It's called Blazer Grazer Fruited Sour. It's from Kings County Brewery in Brooklyn, New York. It is a sour ale. It's got passion fruit, watermelon, strawberry, barley, and oats and wheat. 5.3% alcohol per volume. Do you guys want to hear the government's warning on this as well?
Absolutely.
Kind of curious.
That's gonna say I'm saving that for the OnlyFans or whatever they're doing nowadays. But yeah, that's what I'm drinking right now. It's pretty good. It's pretty tasty.
What you got, Jack?
All right, so I got the Death Unicorn today by B Nectar. It's a black currant cider, and it's extremely tart. It makes you pucker your face like you're swallowing a fistful of warheads.
It is quite tart. I'm sipping on it as well.
Yeah.
What you got there, Victor?
So I got the Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA from New Belgium out of North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's like a spiced IPA.
Yeah.
Not so tart, a little smooth.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Very tasty stuff here.
Oh, and also for podcast pals today, we got Bunratty Mead. It's an Irish mead. So
Yeah, we'll be hitting that quite a bit.
probably.
I will, I'm sure. I've already hit it once before we even started recording. Small food pop, but I think we got things working properly now. So where do you want to start here, Jack?
I think that's up to our guest. I mean, he's got 2 topics for us today.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. What do you think, Victor?
Well, I had my first pedicure today.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
3 topics. This
Yes,
is some good content.
definitely.
So,
Tell us.
My buddy John texted me 8 o'clock this morning. After, mind you, I was at his house till about 3 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning last night. And he says, hey, our friend Alex is leaving in 4 days to go back to Finland. So you know what that means? And I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, that means we're all getting pedicures. So I was like, I suppose it does.
That goes without saying, obviously.
I thought that was the bro code, right?
Now,
Yeah.
I've never had a pedicure, as we know.
We do
And,
know that. I've never had one either.
My feet, they be kicking sometimes. All the time, actually. And
Especially when they tickle you.
it's been an ongoing joke between me and my friends about the first person to ever give me a pedicure. God rest their soul.
Oh, God.
So we're all 3 sitting next to each other. It's going on. It's going great. Feet are in the water. Little massage chair thing.
Nice.
This woman whipped out a whole cheese grater, basically,
Oh,
for the bunions, you know.
Yeah, she started
The other
going
2,
to
they
town.
just had like a little file,
Yeah.
like a square file, just normal thing.
They gotta get the heavy artillery for you.
It was like stainless steel, just going at it.
And then she busted out the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Smoke everywhere.
Well, they had to torch the chair after I was done.
yeah.
And did you pay her family handsomely?
We did. Yeah.
Did you get...
Though I feel like
Pay for the funeral?
She may still be in the back room crying right now. As we speak.
She
Or
survived,
knocked
okay.
out.
Yeah. Thank God she survived. Yeah, I've never actually had a pedicure before. I don't know about you, John. Have you ever had a pedicure?
Closest thing I've had
Or manicure? Is it called a manicure at that point?
For the
I thought
nails.
manicure is, hands.
Well, I was just like for guys, man. Manicure, femicure. I don't know.
No, I've had my eyebrows threaded before though. That was
threaded. Oh, that's where they take the threads and they
take
like
the
pluck
strings.
it.
No, they like. Well, I guess it's kind of like plucking, but they go through.
I've seen it done before. I've never had it done.
Yeah, it's
pretty impressive.
Pretty
like,
painful.
Each individual gets that much attention with each thread.
How long did that take?
20 minutes, 25.
That's like some ninjutsu.
It's like
type
$15.
techniques right
All
there.
my friends and I were doing it. Or they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get our eyebrows done, dude." And I'm like, "Why is this cool?" It's like, I think
That's
I was like
how I
14.
felt this morning.
Yeah.
But I would do it again.
Yeah.
So you were
If
like,
you've never had a pedicure, they're fantastic.
wait, so how'd they talk? Did they have to talk you into it, or are you just like whatever?
Oh, I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Please tickle my
It's
toes.
just the technique with the thread, like each individual like eyebrows.
Man, I don't know.
like,
It's like a crosshair, you know? It's like
Yeah.
they're sniping them out.
It
of there.
reminds me of like fucking an anime. If you guys watch anime or cartoons, like this is my ninjutsu. Like they always have these threads or the strings that they use to like
Oh, like the puppet
shred
masters.
someone. Yeah, puppet masters, or like they have webs and they're like, oh, you know, like they go through this big fight and they're like, you're fucking worthless, and then you're just like, yeah, well, you don't know my secret technique, and then like it shows you don't see the threads, and then you see the threads, and there's blood everywhere.
This isn't
and
even
then,
my
like,
final form.
This isn't even my final form, and then you just see like pieces of their limbs coming off.
Kind of like Elfin, but with
Yeah,
invisible hands.
exactly, like Elfin Lion.
You
We were
just
talking
made me
about that.
think of like Mr. Miyagi, like plucking one eyebrow off at a time with chopsticks. Just
Yes. Oh, it reminds me of this anime. It's so great. It's one of the first animes I ever watched. I'm kind of going into my own tangent right now, but it's called Hellsing. I don't think you've seen it. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
My first time experiencing. Well, I'd watched Vampire Hunter D and some other stuff. It's younger, but first time as like a young adult, maybe 18. It was actually on HBO. Like it was kind of weird. HBO. We had HBO, and I was like, oh, cool. This anime looks really dark. And it's Hellsing, and it's like about this vampire dude, and it's actually Vlad the Impaler Alucard. But anyway, there's a character. He's like a butler on the show. Like, he's a butler for the Hellsing Corporation, which is they serve Van Helsing, like the classic vampire hunter Van Helsing, right? Anyway, so he seems like a normal dude with like glasses. His name's Walter. He's like a fucking butler, and then these vampires like attack their castle and just start fucking everyone up. And he's like, okay, and then his whole power is he's got these strings in his hands, but he's just like, it's like classic anime where he's surrounded by vampires and they're just standing there, and then he just fucking does this little fucking twiddly do. He jumps around and then nothing. It seems like he doesn't do anything, and they're just standing there, and then you see their heads start sliding off and stuff, and you're like, what the hell? And then you see the blood and the strings, you know, because you don't see the strings initially. But yeah, that's
That reminds me
what
of
it reminded me of.
like Nightmare on Elm Street 4, I want to say it was,
Gotta
where
be
they were in
honest,
the
I haven't
hospital.
seen any of Nightmare on Elm
And
Street.
You haven't?
in one of the
Okay.
scenes, like one of the
I've
deaths
seen several
is
of them, yeah.
Freddy Krueger becomes a puppet master for this kid, but instead of strings, they
shit.
use his veins.
Oh, I think
Pull
I
his
remember
veins
this.
through
Yes.
the skin and just walking him to the roof of the
Yes.
hospital and makes him jump off.
I think I remember that.
Was the kid
yeah.
dead yet, or
No, he was alive, like
he's
suffering.
Definitely
like, the whole
dead
way up.
afterwards. But
Oh, yeah, no, he died.
Wish he had
Holy
been dead.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. Those are great movies, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, horrific movies, but great. But they don't make
Man.
them like they used to. You know.
that'll make your pussy throw?
Certainly did mine, Jack.
I just saw that video the other day, and I wish I had downloaded it so you guys could hear the audio. But yeah, you've obviously seen that video.
I haven't seen the video. No.
Oh, but you're aware of it.
That's just a common phrase in my daily life.
Oh, really?
My pussy
Okay.
throbs a lot.
Oh wait, do you really not know the viral video about that?
Never.
You don't? Shit. Well, I didn't.
We just
prepare
talked about
myself.
social media last week.
All
I'm
right,
trying to
well,
stay off of it.
I somehow stumbled across a video on a meme page or something, and it had. Okay, so I'll just word it out for you guys. It was a really short video. So it's these two heavier set women in a car, and they're. They probably
I have
went
seen
through-
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went through I'm guessing a drive-through of some sort, but they had like pancakes, right? So
Something like that. It's been
Yeah.
a while since I've seen it, but I have seen it.
Anyway.
I heard it before I saw the video, though.
yeah, so they're sitting in a car with a plate full of pancakes, and there's one that's like missing all of her teeth. They're both really overweight. They're probably like really dumpy looking, you know.
Sounds
and
hot.
yeah, one of them has like a little pancake syrup in a little cup thing, and she's like peeling it away, and she's like pouring it all over her pancakes. And the other one's just sitting there shoveling pancakes in her face, and she looks over and she's like, she starts making like almost sexual sounds. She's like, oh, yeah. And the other one that like
Fuck, this shit's good.
she might have. I'm not gonna go there, but her face looks a little messed up, and she starts saying, she's like, oh yeah, that right there will make your pussy throb,
That'll make
right?
your pussy
yeah.
throb.
And then the other one just starts agreeing with her, and they're just like food porn, like literally food porn.
Oh, I know what I'm watching.
Disgusting.
When I go home.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. Yeah.
Hey, I told you I'm staying off social media, so no Pornhub. So I'll be,
Fair enough.
watching Food Network.
Does porn count as social media?
You can comment on the videos. you can follow
You
people.
can also choose not to.
Yeah, you can just.
Hey, I do sometimes.
I find
I go in there and I'm like, the acting at 4 minutes and 23 seconds was horrible.
Timestamp it.
Like this plot was terribly written.
You know, the funny thing about porn comments, from what I understand, from what I hear from other people, I don't know.
Porn comments are the best.
I don't know. I think
They
you're the
are.
guy that comments what you're about to say.
Yeah, they're usually not, from what I understand, about the videos, but they actually give like good advice. They're the most pure comments ever.
I saw
you know what
a
mean?
post one time.
I see
and
so
this
many
guy
memes
asked about
those.
like y equals mx plus b, how to like graph it, and someone literally posted a whole picture on how to do it.
Yes, it's like the most pure comments ever on porn videos.
Well, that's because it's that post nut clarity, man.
You're right.
You
That is something
You
magical.
get done, you feel like
Yeah.
a dirty man. You're like,
Yeah.
I got to do something productive.
Yeah, you're like, let me
So-
help somebody out. We're
Yeah.
here,
Exactly. I got to do something wholesome now.
You don't have that distraction. You're like, you have that fucking pure concentration that you're at 100%. If you're an anime character, you're at your final form.
These were not the topics we were planning on going with tonight.
They were not at all.
Hey, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Should we go back to the normal, whatever we have
Hey,
planned?
I mean, you have any good Pornhub comments you want to talk about?
I could bring them up. Should we just start playing porn sound bites through the? I can just play them.
I mean,
Yeah, they can be like underlying in the background there.
No, that might be a little too far off the
just subtly as we're talking about something totally different. You just hear,
moaning. That makes my pussy throb.
what are you doing stealing all our lemons?
So I got a kind of funny video. Me and Jack have talked about this off air. You might have seen this video. I'm just gonna play it for you. It's a news story with this guy. It's called the Weird Arby's guy. Are you familiar with this?
No, but I'd love to be.
All right, so I'm gonna familiarize you with it. We're not gonna
I
say.
think you are. I think you're going to recognize
Yeah,
this
you probably
guy when he
will.
plays
So
it.
it's a news story, and some guy just comments about it. Here we go.
Live. And Julie, what happened out there?
Well, David Glenda, they just finished boarding up the window pane and part of the wall here. This is a very busy Arby's. It sits right here in Woodward, in Royal Oak, near 13 Mile Road. So as you can imagine, there were quite a few people inside at the time.
That big window went pop, and there was this glass everywhere. That was the loudest bang I had ever heard. It sounded like an explosion.
I thought perhaps the end of days was upon us, but it turned out it was just a disoriented old lady in a champagne-colored Toyota Avalon, crashing into my world like DNB circa 1996. Who's got their claws in you, my friend? Into your heart I'll beat again.
Just before 2 p.m., an elderly woman drove into the side of the restaurant
All right,
while
so
trying to park
She
her
doesn't
car.
have her license anymore.
I saw a look of recognition as I was playing
Yes.
that,
So-
so you are familiar with that.
I'm familiar with this gentleman.
Yeah, I stumbled across him just recently.
Not that video.
Oh, not that video.
Yeah, I know which
You
one is-
recognize the voice, though.
He is-
Senpai!
Yes.
Yes, yep.
He's notorious.
He is notorious. I had never heard of him. I came across this video, and he got me for about a second. And then I looked into him like, okay, after the
Like,
second.
this guy's not even in this video.
Yeah, because it goes on. Actually, that video is kind of convincing a little
was.
bit. But it goes on for like 3 minutes. I'm like, dude, there's no way. It's like the way he goes way off the deep end.
You'll catch him in a lot of anime or like anime convention videos.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Pretty.
And it's
Mostly
like
arrives soon.
somehow the news reporters always find him
Yeah, of course.
and interview him, and
Well,
he's
like,
just
it's
so.
just like the
interviews, yeah.
fucker right in the pussy guy, you know? They kind of put themselves in those situations.
That
Yeah.
guy's a legend.
He kind of is.
I got something a whole lot scarier than this.
That's a Hall of Famer right there.
Wait.
He has a video where...
Oh, he says that? Oh, I was waiting for you to give us
He's
something
wearing
really
like
scary.
a Halloween mask. It's a Halloween interview.
Didn't happen.
I think it's on like CNN or something.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about the news. Whatever. Who cares?
I've only seen
But,
that one video of his, and then I saw like related, like a bunch of other with him, like the senpai one. I clicked on that, and I kind of briefly had heard that phrase used before,
heard
and
it before.
I wasn't aware of what it was from. But
I didn't know he was viral like that. I thought he had that one video with the senpai, and that was it.
No, I think he's
Super
got a lot
viral.
of different ones. Yeah, he'd be a fun person to have on.
we will contact this man.
I don't know what his name is. I looked at his channel the other day. It's something
Can't be
Bowser.
You know Churdleys?
What is it?
The YouTube channel Churdleys. They do like Facebook videos. And
Don't know.
that guy just recently this week has been on a lot of his videos.
Oh,
like,
really?
They found him and like have them in his videos now, like
No
because
kidding.
he's so awkward.
It's our turn now.
That's great. Yeah. Do you guys ever seen? Okay, the Report of the Week. Are you familiar with that guy? He does like food reviews and stuff. He's like the skinny guy. He's really awkward. Oh man, he's really.
Oh
fun.
yeah.
He's like, you've ruined my week and my entire
disappointment.
life. Yeah,
is
it's immeasurable. There's a lot of memes about him.
Yes, but you'd recognize this guy.
You would, yeah. I'll see if I can.
It.
I'll see if I can bring him up real quick.
It's called Report of the Week.
It's a weird thing. I think it might be called Report of the Week or Review Bra is like his name, and he reviews like
he just sits
Popeye's
there.
chicken, and
yeah,
he's got really long fingernails.
And I don't know.
Oh, that creepy motherfucker.
I don't know if he's like ironic about it, or if he's self-aware, or if he just.
I think that I honestly think that's his personality, but he's kind of embracing the way.
Yeah, I think once he went viral, he's like, I should just continue to be who I am. And
well,
do it this
There's
way.
no way that's who he is because who wears their collar popped with the tie?
You wouldn't think
With the tie.
Hey, there's 7 billion people on this
There are
planet.
people like that. He's that guy in high school. I've seen people like him.
I mean, shit, he's got 2.3 million subscribers.
He does, yeah. But
How many views does he have on his videos, though?
7.3 million.
You know what's even-
45K.
shit!
definitely, you know what's crazy too?
5.1 million.
I've watched some of his videos, and he has his own radio program on ham radio. He's like tuned into ham radio for my radio, and it's not even a gimmick. I'll be honest, I don't have a ham radio, and I haven't tuned in to see if this is a gimmick or not, or shortwave radio.
Do you have a turkey radio?
No, I gave away on Thanksgiving, but
Damn shame.
I feel like this guy's really like legitimately got this other project going on that's such a weird thing for someone. He's probably like 20 something, and he's like shortwave radio, and he's wearing like. But I mean, if you look at him, he's wearing like
This
he
week
just
we're
said
having
pop collar
the
and,
ghost
like,
of Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, he's dressed like Ronald Reagan. It's like he's dressed from the fucking 70s or something. He's got these weird, like, not even only suits, but like the weird suits that are way bigger than you, like that they would wear like way back in the day, you know, like in the 70s or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like your dad's suit. Like
I know.
you're wearing your dad's suit, but that's like the style to wear a suit that's 3 sizes bigger than you.
Someone should put an afro on him. I think he might be able to work that out.
I mean,
I would love to see him in an afro.
I would too.
so,
Great.
Maybe make a movie out of him, like a Saturday Night Live type thing, you know. Anyway, so
Yeah, I think maybe we should get back on track now. Wait, actually, speaking
Is
of
there a track? I don't know.
When I was going to pick Victor up, I ran into a train.
that's
And
unfortunate.
yes, I still count the cars.
You guys are
100
still here. I'm
Wait.
glad.
You drove to pick me up. You weren't running.
And you did not actually get hit by this train either. That's
Fortunately, no. I was going to try to run it, but I decided against that.
quick, small
Just gonna lie to
tangent.
the audience like that.
You ever see the picture
Sheesh.
with Superman? It's like a meme where he's holding a train back to stop a kid from getting run over, and he's like destroying the train.
Yes.
It's like, why didn't you just pick the kid up and get him off the track? You just
Right.
fucking ruined all. Probably gave everyone whiplash.
Just like
on the
in
train.
Hancock, too. Oh,
Yeah.
you should pick the car and fly into the
I
sky.
never saw Hancock, but
You never seen Hancock?
nope. I
What?
I do have 2 of those items though.
But anyways, the train was 160 cars long.
Really?
Yeah.
You counted.
I counted. I wasn't
Jesus.
gonna. I didn't expect to count that.
I like how you say, yeah, I counted like it's a normal,
Yeah,
like everyone counts.
no shit, I
cars.
counted.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do. I already had like 3 songs lined up on my phone. I wasn't.
Like, of course,
yeah.
I counted every individual car. Like, who doesn't? What the fuck?
You fucking stupid. I
You
checked
think I
what
was
was in them
drunk?
too.
Do you think I was drunk already? I wasn't driving drunk.
Was it the railroad track off of 25th?
It was, yes.
Okay.
I.
So that railroad track specifically, every time I would be on my way to or from somewhere, if I was with either Jesse or John and we had beer with us,
Stopped train.
we would see how many beers we could chug
Oh my goodness.
before the train started like moving again or like was done.
See, that's a more a normal thing than counting the cars. You should have
Yeah.
been chugging beers.
I didn't have any beers with me.
Yeah.
No, I had.
I mean, I'm
black
probably
currant,
glad
I
you
had
did.
cinnamon.
If we were the only car and there was nobody behind us, like that obviously wasn't like a cop or anything, we would get out and stand as close to the train as possible and shotgun. And then get back in the car, Chinese fire drill style. Somebody else is driving at that point. Like
That's amazing. That's great.
it was awesome. Would still do it.
I will be shotgunning later in this episode. So
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Or don't. We're due. Live your life, guys.
I didn't expect to count to 160.
That's a lot. I've gotten stopped by that train many times. Luckily now, this is riveting for everyone that has no idea where we live or anything. But they've since built overpass, a bridge from my work to that.
Yes, on 36.
Yeah, on 36.
Yeah, another road, not 25th. Different.
No, not 25th.
Same track.
But
Different
yeah,
road.
yeah, same train that fucks you over, but in a different way. It saved me a lot since it's happened.
Yeah.
Great job, city.
Son of a bitch.
This
I
train,
got pretty far this episode without fucking doing it, okay?
You did it.
this
yeah.
train is literally a villain in our hometown, by the way. So just so the audience
We're hoping
knows.
to get someone like Superman to just destroy it. I'm gonna put a child on the track, and maybe he'll come, and it probably not gonna work out. But sorry, kid. But yeah, that train has actually made me late to several different jobs. Actually, one time I was working 2 different jobs and made me late twice in one day. Pretty terrible stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a shot. I used to.
Yeah, do you have any more glasses? Yeah, there you go. Give me those.
I used to
Alcohol's
I used to have to
sanitizing,
go from. Actually, it was around here, but to Japanese steakhouse I used to work at. I'll disclose any names. It was Grace Japanese Steakhouse, and but that train.
Yeah.
Everybody that worked there as a server lived on this side of town. And had to go down 25th.
Yeah. It's like a barrier. It's literally.
You guys would all be stuck at the train together in a line.
Literally, no. We would take photos and it'd be like the same photo because we'd be like behind each other. And we would like
Oh, your
I've done
Snapchat
that.
look back at each
done
other,
that.
pick each other off. Like
I've done that many times before. Going to work, knowing I'm gonna be late, and I'm just sending it to people like, "Hey," like a Snapchat of me while the train's going by. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be there in 20 minutes, just so you guys know.
well, it was great because that was a normal thing, right? It's being late because of the train.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I was just actually running late,
Camera roll.
I would just send him a stock photo of that train.
Perfect.
Like
That's genius.
he's like, okay, I'll see you soon.
He spoke great English, by the way. It was good.
Wait, was your manager or whatever at the Japanese steakhouse, was he foreign?
Chinese.
Oh, he was Chinese?
Mandarin Chinese. And I was
Mandarin Chinese, and he had like Japanese.
No, I think he
steakhouse.
said manager and Chinese.
like, Mandarin.
Oh, Mandarin. I thought you said he was the manager.
Mandarin Chinese is the northern dialect.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
China.
yeah, I'm
And there's
aware.
Cantonese.
And
in this.
Mandarin's like the most difficult language in the world, I think, too.
It's definitely
I would
one of
argue
them.
English.
English is up
Imagine
there.
not being an English-speaking person and having to learn
I
all
barely-
of our slang. And
I can barely speak it.
Well, especially with how many dialects there are, too.
Right.
I mean, I think English and Spanish have ridiculous amounts of dialects.
Spanish is pretty cut and dry. It's gender.
Spanish
Well,
is actually
Spanish
pretty
has,
easy
like-
as far as languages, but
But
there's
they
a lot
have
of-
so many
they do.
dialects, like 6 or
They
7.
have a lot of
I think. They have
dialects,
5 alone in Spain, and then they have Puerto Rico, and they have all
Right.
the Central American countries and stuff like that, and the other islands.
Right.
So, like, I remember I spoke Spanish pretty well in high school, and I went to Spain
Not me.
for a couple days.
It's like the only C I ever got in any class in high school.
Hey, I didn't say I did well in the class, but I did. I took it for like 7 years, so I
Well,
better know.
to be fair, I couldn't read my vision was so bad. My parents didn't believe me, and I couldn't read the notes. I was and of course I'm a cool kid. I sat in the back of the class because I don't want to sit in the front, But I couldn't read. I couldn't see what the board said. So I was just like, I just gave up at that
languages
point.
for you.
I was like, whatever.
If only there was something you could have done.
Yeah, I know. And then later,
Like sit in the front of the
or get glasses.
fuck that. I did get glasses later though, and I went to get them at my parents'. It's kind
And
of
then
a funny
you were
story.
fluent in Spanish the moment you put on
I
those
did.
glasses.
Yeah, I got the Spanish frame. My parents were like, "Holy shit!" I forget what my vision is, but it's like your vision was really bad, and I'm like, "Yeah, it was actually."
I'm taking this shot because
All right.
I was asked to by family members.
All right,
Cheers.
all right, fam. Cheers, air cheers. They're too far away, so. That train though, that divided many families. It's caused many problems. Probably cost many lives, I would think. Maybe.
I rode on the train one time
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. Nice.
when I was in high school.
Did you still feel
Me and
angry about the train? Were you like, I'm gonna get to the front of this car and I'm gonna derail this
No, it was
train?
great because we used to fuck with the trains
Oh,
in high
yeah.
school. So one of my friends lived right next to the railroad tracks,
Right.
and we would go like set up like rocks on the tracks and like pennies and stuff.
Try to derail it.
So that's why the train was stopped all the time.
The plot thickens.
Yeah. All right. Makes sense.
My friend Matt and I, the train was going kind of slow, and we hopped on it.
Yeah. Oh, you hopped on like
Until,
hobos.
Yeah, until we got to the
It's
nearest
kind of a dream,
like,
I think.
until we got to the nearest stop.
Yeah.
Now the nearest stop was in Gainesville.
Oh shit!
But I had a backpack.
That's a long way. That's like
with beef jerky and
45 minutes.
Literally, I had snacks and beer, and it was
hell yeah.
It was really fun.
Did you guys walk back?
No, we knew people in Gainesville, so we just
Okay.
hit them up. We're like, hey, mistakes were made.
How long was the ride?
I mean, there's no traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like 25
doesn't have to
minutes.
stop for anything.
Believe it or not, on a railroad track, there's little to no traffic.
The traffic that's there does not last very long.
You should have tried to catch one coming back the other way.
Yeah.
No. We ended up just staying in Gainesville for like 3 days.
That's great.
We're in Gainesville. Let's go to White Buffalo.
Am I doxing us by saying this?
A little bit. No, we're good.
They're not finding us.
We're not important yet to be enough to get doxxed.
Yeah.
If they look back at the archive when we actually blow up and they find this, good on them.
We probably won't be here.
Yeah, true. Yeah. the Titans will have already
Hopefully.
It's not like it's live.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that the way the train when you're waiting behind a train, there's nothing worse because it's like it might as well be a wall. You know what I mean? It might as well be like, have you ever seen like Attack on Titan? Like you're just sitting behind the wall. You know what I mean?
Until the Colossal comes in and
Yeah.
fucking destroys
I wish
it.
we had a Colossal just to fucking derail that train.
Just like swing it around.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm getting to work on time today, motherfucker.
Ribbon dance with it.
I don't care about you empty train cars. There's nothing in that fucking train. What are you moving?
My old chemistry teacher told us that the like local government, or maybe it was just the government in general. I don't know. It was a long time ago, high school.
Yeah.
And he always told us that.
Was he a Titan?
No, but we have a theory that he might have been like a CIA agent or something like that. He was kind of a crazy guy. He was cool though. Not a very good teacher.
I had a physics teacher like that. He was bizarre. He was crazy. He had stories like, basically he's probably in his 30s, early 30s, and he had stories that added up to be like he would have been like 70. Like there's no way he could have done all the things he said he did.
That was my physics teacher
years.
too. He had a lot of degrees. But the chemistry teacher told us that gangsters and stuff, you know, they would paint the train cars, and eventually the government like hired them to paint certain things so that they would know what was inside the train cars and stuff. It was like a secret code, which is a cool idea if it was true. But I take everything this guy said with a grain of salt because he literally ordered a brick of sodium and threw it in a pond one time in a high school.
Nice.
So
Lunatic.
big boom.
Crazy.
That's
lunatic.
what's up.
Yeah.
He was crazy.
Speaking of gang signs, I remember one time, me and my brother, when I was like 22-ish, we would go downtown all the time. We'd go to Orlando, which I'm doxing us again. That's a little further away, but we go downtown.
Yeah, but they're gonna narrow it down.
Yeah, we were in San Diego. I said Spain. I was in Spain earlier.
Yeah.
So.
They're gonna start being like, were they north or south of Orlando?
Yeah, we would go to Church Street a lot, and we go down there and on the weekends and stuff. And we were walking down. We came down. We'd park at this specific parking garage that we would park at, and we came earlier in the day, so there was no one drinking at the time, and we were walking around downtown, and then we saw like these little like symbols spray painted. We kind of joked around like, oh, this is probably some stupid gang, you know. We were just talking shit, walking around like young white dudes just being stupid, you know. And then we started having like people follow us like for a while. Nothing. This is not. I don't even want to tell the story.
Chanting your
Nothing
name.
exciting happened. Wait, no, my brother got stabbed, and then no, he didn't actually get stabbed. Nothing exciting happened. We got followed for a little bit, and then we're like, oh, maybe there's something to this. And we went down and got really fucked and drunk later that night. Nothing happened, so it was great. But it is weird how you'll see certain it was like, you know, graffiti. It was like, oh, so and so's gang was here and all that. But we started seeing the symbol everywhere in certain sections. Sure, this is totally normal in big cities. You know, it's not really saying anything revolutionary.
Yeah.
But as a young white man, middle privileged.
Middle privilege.
Yeah, discovering that as an actual real life thing, I was like, oh, there might be something to this. This isn't just like teenagers spray painting shit on the wall.
I think there was some Central America or South America country that outlawed like advertising in public and stuff.
Really?
And they started hiring like local artists to do murals instead on billboards and walls and whatnot.
That's the most progressive shit I've ever heard.
It was years ago I heard about this, so I don't know if it's still true to today, but I knew at the time it was a real thing.
Huh.
I forget where it was though.
Imagine if New York City did that.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But like even like with their big, you know, televisions and stuff in Times Square.
Yeah.
You know, they'd have like digital designers even making stuff on there. And they could, you know, you could flash different pictures every day. That would be really cool actually.
That would be. Super cool.
Not to mention they could make like big complex, kind of designs since there's, big screens everywhere in Times Square.
You ever see those like 3D advertisements? I think in like Japan and China, it's a lot of that.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, it's like holographic where it looks like the thing's like jumping through the window
like
or something.
like some cyberpunk shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I always appreciate a cool
awesome.
billboard, because I'm like, if you're gonna pay like money for a billboard, it better be fucking cool.
Right, yeah. Or like billboards that play off each other.
Yeah,
like they're near
those are
each
always
other.
a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Eat more chicken, like
or like the Ron John.
Yeah, Ron
surf
John,
shop.
how they split them aside on
Yeah.
the side of the
Broken
road.
surfboard.
Yes. I wonder where you got that idea from to think about that.
It definitely wasn't on 40 on the way to
Wait, am I wearing my wrong?
Dude, we just dox ourselves again. They're going to triangulate our location between, Gainesville, Daytona, and Orlando.
I would be impressed. Because by the time they do that, like, somebody takes the time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be pretty
won't matter.
important. if
out of
we
the
got that
60 people, 40 of which know us personally.
yeah. We can narrow it down to who doxed us.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn it, Garrett. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to share the channel
Yeah.
on my Facebook after
Oh,
this.
yeah, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. I say we get back on track now.
Yeah. So
fifth best bartender.
Fifth best bartender, yeah.
Thank you.
Let's hear about
Yeah.
it.
Take it.
Do tell us more.
Well,
Sensei.
Well, I mean, what kind of questions do you guys have about it?
What magazine was it in?
Yeah,
Isn't
I didn't know there was. So there's an actual ranking of bartending.
Yeah. How did
Can't
this
tell
come along?
you what magazine.
Yes, that
because
was
Gotcha.
definitely dox us.
Gotcha.
Yes.
right, it was our local magazine.
Yes.
And
Big
it's a very
local
popular
magazine.
local magazine.
Yes. Good thinking.
And
The Span's looking out for us.
yeah, I'm doing my best.
He doesn't want me to get swatted.
But we have
tonight and get shot.
we have quite a few bars and very good bartenders in this town, and
Yeah.
I've been bartending for about 10 years.
Okay.
Recently started working at a speakeasy style bar about a year ago.
So what's a speakeasy for people who are not familiar with
Speakeasy.
with that?
So,
With bartending and bars and things like that.
well, first of all, I just want to say my friend Alex that I brought up earlier,
Yeah.
the one got the pedicure with,
Yeah.
he called it a squeakeasy earlier.
Okay.
He's like, "Hey, are the squeakeasies open tonight, boy?"
He wasn't even
And I'm like,
sarcastic, though.
I was like, "The what?"
Boy.
And he's like, "The squeakeasy." I'm like, "You know that's not what it's called, right?" He's like, "Well, what is it called?" I'm like, "It's a speakeasy." Anyways,
Yeah.
that blew my mind.
So a speakeasy. To give a little history, I don't have a lot of history to give, and this is probably not correct, but I know this is around.
I got you. I got your back.
He's got my back. I figured you would. So they probably were created or were more popularized around the Prohibitionary period, right?
Yes,
Because
1920s.
Yeah.
Prohibition. It was the
I just used the
outlaw-
era because I didn't know the time, but
Yeah.
take over.
Alcohol was outlawed at the time.
Right. Okay.
So they had to make what was called a speakeasy. They started in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Little alleyways. You go down to a basement, knock on a door, either have a certain knock or a passphrase. When I work at, we do a password.
You do a password, okay.
It's on our Facebook.
Oh, it's on your Facebook.
Link,
Okay, so
link will be in the description.
okay, very cool. Does it change weekly? Is that a thing? That
Every
changes?
day that we're open. it
Or every
changes.
day,
Yeah, we're
okay.
open Thursday through Saturday night, 7:30 to midnight.
Okay, very cool. You're welcome to give. I mean, I don't care if I get. I mean, I do care if I get dogs, but
No,
I don't care.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So okay.
He's currently taking a shot.
Yeah.
So it changes daily, and yeah. So speakeasy, something that was more popularized around the Prohibition.
and I've heard
1920s,
that
and they've been coming up a lot lately. It's been a popular thing in
because
bigger
we're back in the
cities.
20s now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 2020 and 1920s, but
This is something that I mentioned. I just realized, which is kind of funny. In our intro, it actually tells us. We actually say what city we're from.
oh really?
Oh, you're right.
We do, yeah. I was thinking
well-
back. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I definitely did that.
Well,
so.
while we're here,
Yeah. Go ahead.
it's called the Thirsty Cobbler. It's located in downtown California.
Yeah. You know where we're at, guys. You just heard
Yeah.
the intro. We're not drunk. We're definitely not drunk.
Yeah, sure.
yet.
We're just
I'm working
oblivious.
on it.
We're trying to get there, but go ahead.
So I
Sorry.
had a head start on you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But,
So the Thirsty Cobbler.
Thirsty Cobbler, we specialize in mixology style cocktails. It's more of a mixology bar / speakeasy. I mean,
Right.
kind of do the speakeasy thing, be a little quiet. You can read a book in there if you want.
Like actually read a book.
Yeah. If you knock on the door, whether you know the password or not, and you're obnoxious at the door,
Yeah. You're not getting in.
I'm not getting in.
That's great.
Period.
That's great.
Just imagining a group.
To me, that's great.
Just drunk girls. Just
Yeah.
let us in.
No,
Come
it happens
on.
all the time.
I'm sure. I'm very
it
sure.
does.
That's
Yeah.
why we started closing at midnight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because nothing.
Because everyone else is drunk.
Nobody knocking on that door is gonna.
You guys have your standards. That's good.
So do you kick
Put
people?
down.
Do you kick people out at midnight, or if there's still people in there, they can hang out for a little
We
bit?
just call last call.
Call last call.
Yeah.
And then they kind of get the idea from there.
Now, is there a password to stay later? Is there
No.
a special password? No.
Yeah, it's called
ball fondling.
$500.
$500.
We have
That's
two
the
very different
password.
ideas.
It's called Uber. Okay, cool. So very cool. So speakeasy. That's such a cool idea. It's such a it's like
fun.
a hidden bar. It's a fun thing. Not many. You don't really see that nowadays ever. Really, there's two I think in Ocala that I'm aware of. But I mean, the idea of a speakeasy, you really should know about it, I guess, right?
Agreed.
So
Right.
there might be more. I don't know.
I've heard that back in like the 20s, they had these kind of techniques where they would hide all the alcohol. Like
Yes.
The police ever came, like
They
they'd
would
like
flip a
slam on the
lever,
bar and everything would flip over.
Flip around, yeah.
Well, what's interesting is they had what's called drop floors and drop shelves. So if there was always a lookout at Speakeasy back in the day when it was actually illegal,
Right.
and the lookout would tell you if cops were coming and you're about to knock on the door. So if they did, there was a button that you press and all the liquor would fall from the shelves
That's amazing.
down through the basement and smash into a trash can downstairs.
Like
You would
a-
lose the liquor, but
So they just took
Like
that
you wouldn't go to-
loss?
huh?
They just
Well, I
took that
mean-
loss? That's insane.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a better loss than getting fucking put
Well,
in jail. And
the loss wasn't as bad back then because you couldn't distribute liquor.
True.
So they were making it for
Right,
really
right.
cheap. In fact, one of our passwords that we cycle through is called bathtub gin.
okay.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
they would make
Sounds
bathtub
like
gin.
Bathtub gin.
And in
yeah.
fact, speakeasies is where cocktails originated or came from.
Nice. From.
From.
That kind of makes sense now. I never thought about
does,
that
yeah.
before, but I get it now, yeah.
People were making all their own spirits and they were not good. So they had to find different ways to make them, drinkable and for people to want to have them. So that's where people started really developing all
Right.
these different crazy cocktails and everything. Those are
make
the
it
kind
more-
of cocktails that we try to
Okay.
emulate at our speakeasy. But
What's your favorite personally?
at the speakeasy? My favorite drink?
Yes.
It's called the Zozzled as fuck. So, Zozzled is a term used back in the 1920s when somebody would have a couple too many martinis and they're a little too drunk, start spilling it, so they would refer to them as
I
Zozzled.
get Zozzled
Zozzled.
on a daily basis. That's
And
part of my
That
vocabulary
sounds.
now.
Yeah, mine too. That's like a more upper class way of saying you're zooted.
Right, exactly.
Zozzled.
And then the as fuck, we put that on the back.
As
because-
fuck, yeah. You're just bringing it modernized.
exactly.
What's like
Yeah.
the flavoring in it?
That's our take on a Manhattan.
Okay.
So it's a bourbon, a 10-year bourbon called Widow Jane. That's actually out of Brooklyn. So we wanted to use like a Manhattan, like New York
Right.
bourbon, and it's a fantastic bourbon. If you've never had it, I recommend it. It's that, Picard's bitters, maraschino cherry liqueur, and sweet vermouth, and it is
Sounds
fantastic.
tasty.
And this place is open Thursday to Saturday.
And we're open Thursday through Saturday.
Thursday through Saturday. All right. Well, I might have to make a
And
trip out
be
there.
there.
So that
sometime.
drink-
Wait, could we do a podcast there?
Good.
Could. Okay.
Yeah, I'll open up on a Wednesday
Ooh.
Oh boy.
so that we could just do it private.
Welcome to the Speakeasy episode.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Coming up, we will
Dude,
try to work
definitely.
this out.
We'll figure something out for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's exciting.
'Cause I have a lot of pull with this place. So it's
Sounds
like,
good.
Yeah, man. That's really cool.
But
Do you have any craft beers there, or is it mostly cocktails?
yeah, craft beers. They're all Florida craft beers.
Okay.
We do not have Bud Light. Don't order a
All
Bud
right,
Light.
Luke's not coming, obviously.
Do not order a Bud Light or a Michelob Ultra. 'Cause-
All right, most of our friends aren't coming.
well,
but
you
that's
can
okay.
you can order one and we'll show you exactly where to get one.
yeah.
Next door.
Yeah, no, the door. Just,
At the door.
Oh, just get
Figure
the
it
fuck out.
yeah.
That's great.
But we really try to focus on like the cocktail
Local
menu.
breweries and cocktails.
The
and
only
stuff
reason
like
we
that,
even have any type of beer or wine is if it's like a party of 10 that come in. You know what I mean? And
okay.
somebody just isn't into cocktails.
Gotcha.
You know, we have something for them.
Yeah, but not.
It's like going to a Chinese restaurant and getting a hamburger.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's kind of offensive in a way.
How is that offensive? Hamburger's American.
Very offensive.
Oh, man. I shouldn't even have said the word Chinese. Son of a bitch.
You just got us canceled, man.
Yeah, there's a whole movement going on.
Canceled
Yeah.
and doxxed tonight.
Canceled.
Sorry, it's like going to a Mexican restaurant and getting a cheeseburger.
Christ. It's not better.
How was that not better? Wait, is a cheeseburger?
You changed the nationality. You just offended 2 different people.
Oh,
Come
fuck.
on, man. Just stop.
Oh, we don't have cheeseburgers. We're mad.
Take a shot, man.
Oh, jeez.
Does anybody need a beer?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
I can get you
Beer, BRB.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Beer.
it might be easier so.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
And we'll get to why I can't put the headphones on in just
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
a little
that'll
while.
be our soon-to-come topic. Oh, so the craft beers you have, you say they're all local. So by local, how far does that span? Like Tampa or
Ocala, Gainesville, and Tampa.
Ocala, Gainesville, and Tampa? I know some really cool breweries in Tampa that I've had a lot of beers from that are really good. Oh, you're getting a nice Florida Man
That's fine.
IPA.
Hell yeah.
Cigar City.
Florida Man.
That's speaking of Tampa breweries, Cigar City,
Yeah.
right here.
There you go. What a transition, right?
Seriously, that was,
First beer I ever had from Cigar City was High Lie.
never had anything
not
from
bad.
Cigar City except I had a sip of that.
It's very hoppy. Did you actually have a sip?
I did have a sip of your Florida.
Well, I feel like I had to fight you to get that sip.
You did have to fight
You're not
me
a
to
fan
take
of
that sip.
IPAs, which
I'm not an IPA.
No, he likes those Yuengling flights.
he does.
Do.
Yingling's tasty.
Shout out to Yuengling, not sponsored.
Yet.
Yuengling's about to sponsor me after this next bit.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, I don't think Trent gets that one yet.
I think I can kind of get a
You
little
can
idea.
kinda figure
you
it
gave
out.
me somewhat of an insight of his injury, so I would guess Yuengling was involved in it.
What
Probably.
injury?
All right, let's head on into this now.
Yeah. So
So guys, I woke up this morning. I stubbed my toe. 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
He lives like streets away from me. I heard him scream about it. It was crazy.
Circa 2 weeks ago. I wish I had more of an elaborate story as to why
Yeah.
this happened. But it's a Sunday. We're hanging out. One of my friends just got a new house. It has a pool. So we're drinking beer by the pool for 10 hours. And also drinking liquor. Has almost nothing to do with the injury, shockingly. So
You're just flexing. It's okay. You got a friend with a really nice place. I got you.
no.
Go.
But that's why we were all there, and
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
a decent amount of people there. And
Right.
we get to the point where all the guys are just fucking throwing each other into the pool, and the girls are filming it in slow motion and shit, just action shots.
Social media.
Yeah, and I'm drinking a Yuengling bottle, America's Oldest Brewer, by the way. Shout out Yuengling. Not sponsored by Yuengling.
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yuengling is fantastic beer though.
Oh yeah, incredible.
If I go to a place that isn't speakeasy,
I
I usually
concur.
will order a Yuengling, unless I'm with Luke and he's buying, and I'm getting Bud Light. No
And
matter
it's
what.
Bud Light.
So, go on. Sorry.
Just casually holding a Yuengling bottle, and I go to dodge being pushed in, and I slip and I fall into the pool deck. Doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, worst case scenario.
Oh boy.
The whole bottom of the Yuengling splashes out, basically making a bottleneck dagger like you see in movies.
Oh god.
And that twisted in my hand, sliced down my entire palm and down my wrist.
Ooh.
Sliced 6 major tendons and a major artery in my hand.
Oh my god.
And your boy almost bled out.
Jesus. If it had been a heavier beer, you probably would have been dead, right?
Well,
Or he just wouldn't have felt the pain directly to the bloodstream.
if it was a heavier beer, I probably wouldn't be holding it.
I'm trying to sponsor us, Yuengling. Just sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, it's funny. I had my friends there, and then one of our friends works at a pizza place near us.
Okay.
His name's John. And we ordered a pizza from him and also asked him to pick up more beer
Yeah.
on the way, and we'd give him money when he got here.
Right.
He did that. He didn't know what he was getting into.
Oh god.
We didn't know what he was getting into. Because
Paramedic.
after we ordered the pizza and he was on his way and everything, that's when this all happened.
Oh,
It went
no.
down. And he shows up He's like, hey, guys, I'm here with the what the fuck is going on? And I'm like almost fetal position, shaking back and forth, like, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Losing blood by the second.
Gushing blood. And, yeah, I almost died, y'all.
Man, that's pretty serious stuff.
And if you're going to visit the speakeasy over at the Thirsty Color, Florida, downtown, shameless plugs.
Hey.
But,
do it.
Go in 3 months because that's when I'll be able to work again.
That's when he will work his way up the bartending ladder again, up to number one.
And by the
I'm gonna go back number one.
We're fighting for it. I'm voting for him next time. Was this a democracy kind of vote? People voted.
People voted.
Why didn't I see this anywhere?
It was all over the place. I shared it everywhere.
Son of a bitch.
Well, maybe if you were on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
I was until last week.
Remember that conversation you had last week about social media?
Yeah. So wait, so you have disappeared since last week?
I have not disappeared, but I've done a lot better.
Okay.
I've been maintaining off of it.
He only goes on OnlyFans 3 times a day now.
I gotta make sure that I'm not spending more than $300 a week on
only
there.
specific buttholes you're looking at a time. Yeah, fair enough. Good.
You got everybody's got their favorite starfish.
Yeah. Speaking of starfish, did you guys see that they're remaking Suicide Squad? I think.
Stoked about it.
I did. It looked pretty good.
So
Sylvester Stallone is voicing the shark guy.
I did not know that.
Really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Well, that's gonna be hard to understand.
Well, did you guys see what? Do you guys
the
know
point.
who the main in the trailer who they allude to be like one of the big bads?
Superman?
Is
it?
No.
Oh well, there's a video game coming out too for Suicide Squad.
It's the train on 25th.
Yeah,
the train. End of the movie comes and they finally beat the bad guy and the train just comes through and he just takes them all.
No, there's So there's a big starfish, and in one of the trailers it showed, or not like a star-shaped alien thing. Starro, I think is its name. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Suicide Squad. I am not. I actually did a Wikipedia read. I would like to sit here and pretend that I know about this character, but it's actually apparently a big
to
bad.
become an expert in one.
So. Yeah, that's how I became it as well. So one of the trailers I watched, it looked like fucking Patrick Starfish. You just see like the corner of a pink starfish like coming down the end of the trailer, like stomping on something, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird.
I was wondering what the fuck that was because I did see this trailer.
So you saw the thing at the end. So I looked into it. Apparently Starro or something like that. It was like one of the big bads that's from like a cosmic starfish being, and it's apparently he recurs in the Suicide Squad comics and whatnot, and it's kind of interesting. He can like multiply himself. He's got lots of he has mind control abilities.
Can he cut off his,
seeing that.
Like he cuts off his arms.
He can regenerate probably. Yeah.
I think I have bad news.
Yeah.
I think my audio quality. I think my microphone was kind of unplugged for most of this episode just now.
Really?
I can hear you.
I have heard you.
Oh, maybe I was wrong.
What happened?
I don't know. I thought I heard myself kind of weird, so I just kind of plugged this bitch in just now a little bit more, and it slid in a little bit. So I was kind of concerned for a second. But
are you saying that you have to take a shot?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I think you have to take a shot, and then we got to like.
I'll join you.
We'll do like an anime dub you in later. We'll do a voice dub over. But I think his name's Starro or something like that.
It was Starro, yeah.
Yeah. I did a whole like 10 minutes of research like probably a couple weeks back, and he has mind control abilities and all kinds of other special abilities. And then there was like a retcon of his character, and apparently he had the ability. He was initially a starfish guy, but then he became another alien. Starro wasn't the actual starfish. It was actually the guy. No, it wasn't SpongeBob. his whole group of people, alien civilization, was wiped out by these starfish creatures, and it possessed him. But then he had some sort of ability to control it. Like he overpowered the symbiote type ability. And they have like a hive mind, all of the starfish. So then he used that power to control the other starfish. So Starro wasn't actually, it was the last of there's like a lot of fucking backstory about this character.
I
There's a
really-
lot of different ways they could go with him. I don't know. I never read the comics, but
I'm stoked to see what they do though.
yeah, it's kind of.
Is it a remake or is it just like?
I think it's a remake. So from my 5 minutes of research, it'll either be a remake or they're going to do the whole alternate dimension or alternate reality
universe.
The alternate universe. Yeah. So it'll be like they both exist in different universes, a different Suicide Squad.
Speaking of Suicide Squad, unpopular opinion, I thought Jared Leto made a great Joker. I know that's an incredibly unpopular opinion, but
I'll be honest.
they should have given him more hang time so that he could have resonated more.
All right, you just
'Cause
ordered
he was like
a
the
Bud
gangs-
Light at the.
He was like
so
he was
a
like-
Bud Light at the speakeasy.
he was like the gang. He was like the most gangster version of the Joker. You know what I mean? Like straight up, like
he
mob
was
boss.
for sure.
like,
Yeah,
you
He
know?
was.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I'll be honest. I did not get enough like content to really
That's
have
what
too
I'm
much
saying.
of an
He
opinion
should have had
on
more
it.
screen time.
Yeah, and I'm sure. I think there was like, isn't there like an extended edition with more of him in it?
No.
No, there isn't.
So in the new Justice League, he's kind of teased in the end as
Is
being
he?
a new kind of Joker in like a straitjacket. It is Jared Leto again,
Really?
but a different kind of Joker, not the gangster one.
That
Really?
one was badass. Like I thought.
I think they should have at least given him a shot of having more screen time. You know, I don't think there was enough. There was a lot of backlash and hate, but they should have just went with it. They shouldn't have cut it all out. They should have just let it fly and see what people thought. Because I
What movie
didn't
was
have
that
enough.
in? Was that?
Suicide Squad.
That
Yeah,
was in
the
Suicide
original.
Squad?
It wasn't. Yeah,
Okay.
like in the.
He wasn't in there much. That's right.
No, the
'Cause
final
When did
cut-
that come out? That came out in like 2016.
I'm
right?
pretty sure. Didn't they cut like he had a lot more scenes, but they cut a lot of it
Yeah,
out.
he
right?
had a like
good.
very important role in the movie, and then
Right,
they just
completely chopped it out. Yeah, I would be interested to see. That's why I thought they had another cut, a version of it that had more.
You know what that's going to be on?
What?
HBO Max. You know what else is going to be in HBO Max?
What?
Space Jam. A new
Oh,
legacy.
Space Jam. Yeah, they're bringing that back.
don't
right?
talk to me about Space Jam.
Don't talk about.
So the original Space Jam. Did you watch that?
I have
As
seen
a-
the original
yes.
Space Jam.
When was the first time you saw the original Space
I
Jam?
don't want to tell you. I was really young.
I saw it in theaters.
You were really young, so you saw it in theaters. So we've all seen it like when it came out. It wasn't like I was thinking Jack would be like, yeah, I saw it like a couple weeks ago. I never heard of it. But,
I am going to rewatch it soon before the
Okay,
new
so
one comes
because
out.
I did watch it as a younger person as well. I was 30. I'm 31 right now, so I watched it when it came out. When I don't know, it was like fucking.
Oh man,
I'm,
2000
20, I'm 28.
Okay, so
It's
right
early
around-
2000s. It'd be like 2001, 2002, right?
I
got a
It
Fendi
was,
smart.
it was
I'm old, so
it was definitely like new millennia. Like
I was thinking it was
Type of shit.
90s, but it could have been late
was,
90s.
Shaq was really prevalent at the time.
Yeah.
All right, I have an idea. Let's
Michael
all
Jordan.
take a guess right now. The two who are furthest off take a shot.
Okay.
I'm guessing 2001.
I'd say 99.
I'm gonna guess
Do you do Price is Right?
2003.
Price is Right rules. I take all the shots. No.
Let's see. Holy fuck!
98.
96.
Okay.
Really?
Trenton's a winner. I did not think that was that
Yeah,
old.
I thought I thought it was 90s.
Now I'm questioning whether I actually saw it in theaters or not, because I would have been 4 years old.
Yeah. Your memory. This is the Mandela effect right here.
Crazy.
I remember. I've never been a huge sports guy, to be honest with you. But
No, but that movie
that movie was awesome.
was fantastic.
It was. I love that movie.
Now the remake.
I don't know much about the remake. I'm hoping you guys can educate me a little
Well,
bit.
the entire internet is pissed off already.
Jack gave me a little bit of a hint of why I was. What he told me.
We should all be angry.
It did kind of outrage me a little
Now,
bit. I was a little upset.
Let me show
from
you
he
what.
had
Let
told
me show you what they did to.
All right, I'll
the
explain
people's
while
hero.
while he looks this up. So in Space Jam, the original in '96, it spurred the first round of furries. You know, the people that dress up in dog costumes.
Well, I don't
and
know
fuck
if we
each other.
can quantify that. I don't know. Do you have?
I don't have no. I don't have evidence.
You have no
here.
evidence of this.
You're,
so
okay, you got me there. Anyways,
I feel like anime might have done that as well, but
it at least created a lot of furries.
it
I
probably
mean,
did. Yeah.
96. A lot of people. Anime's gotten a lot bigger in the last.
Not
20
even
years.
though. Like the way they did it was so graceful.
It
Like she was just a
was.
hot bunny.
I mean, think about.
But we haven't even talked about who it is yet. Lola Bunny in the
Yeah.
original Space Jam was a fucking dime piece.
Listen, let's go back.
For some reason.
Let's go into Looney Tunes. You guys, do you remember Looney Tunes at all?
Yes,
watching it?
absolutely.
No, I never watched it.
Okay, so there was a lot of episodes where Elmer Fudd would be going after Bugs Bunny. And there were some times when Bugs Bunny would be like voluptuous, like dressed like a female to fuck him up. And it's just like, you know, like, you can take that away too, you know?
You can't shoot me if you have a boner.
Right, exactly. Oh my God.
From the original Space Jam.
Really?
And then...
Yeah, so the new one, she looks kind of like a tomboy. They like seriously desexualized her here.
Why?
Also, the animation looks far worse.
Yeah, the animation is
from that
kind of. It's
I would
like
say it's really. Man, now I'm angry.
Pissed. You're pissed.
I am.
Thank
I was angry.
Yeah, it's
before.
kind of like how the logos have been lately with the simplified logos, but minimalist.
Okay, so like
minimalist art and stuff like that.
You want a good example? We were talking about this the other day off air.
Let's hear it.
I was familiar with Teen Titans, the original.
You're talking.
And then they did Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go.
I didn't watch that show, but I remember seeing like.
I don't know what pisses me off more. Little Bunny or that
because it's like horrible. They fucking simplified it such cheap animation and so terrible. And I know I've seen it other places as well, but I can't place it in my mind. But that's one that
I think they had a crossover too. Or
I think I could argue that pissed me off the most was the Teen Titans one because they did my girl Raven dirty.
Yeah, all of the characters, dude, it's just like so bad. But they've done that quite a bit. There's been other series that they've rebooted or they've done new versions of, and they
just don't look as good.
No, they just went cheap on the animation. You could totally tell they did it.
I think South Park was way lower quality back in the day, but I think it was funnier because it was so.
That was different. That was different because you could tell that was like
it was construction paper,
handmade. Like there's so much more artistic value to that.
But Trey and Matt Parker or. Trey Stone and Matt Parker are still killing it.
They are.
They're South Park is still funny as hell. Like,
the good thing about South Park, and I think I talked about this on an episode a while back, is with the way they do humor is everything's okay or nothing's okay. And so they just say, fuck it, and they're like, should I do this joke? Is it going to hurt people's feelings? And they go, I don't give a shit.
Not only that, it's topical.
It is.
Yeah.
They can crank it out so fast. Yeah.
And that's the good thing about it is they never run out of, content at that point. It's just like, oh, this is going on. Make a joke about it. Bam.
There's always
you got a whole 23-minute episode.
Yeah. That's been going on for a long time too. Yes.
You're not allowed.
First door on the left. Okay.
Everyone knows where your bathroom is now. Your bathroom has been doxxed, Trenton.
My whole life is just gonna crumble before me after this episode, but it's okay.
It's not even.
There's gonna be 3 people sitting in my bathroom tomorrow morning. What the fuck?
They're gonna be making bathtub gin. So it's not even just like cartoons and stuff. It's also like logos and stuff for big businesses.
Yes, it's simplified. It's like streamlined or whatever, but it's just lazy. It's lazy. Everyone's in a hurry. It's like you just got to get out there as soon as you can.
Agreed. If you guys like our new logo, just know that we ran into a bunch of minimalist artists, and we were like, we don't fucking want minimalist. We want something real. We want something fun.
And if it doesn't work out, next week it might be a blob. We might have to.
He doesn't have a name, by the way. If you want to comment, something that you think would be a good name for him, go right on ahead.
Yeah, we have not thought of a name of him or her, but him. It's most likely a him, I would say,
or a him that identifies as a her. Or her that identifies as
a Lola Bunny.
Lola.
No, I'm gonna put my foot down. It's gonna be a him. Sorry, guys. It's gonna be a him. Yeah. But yeah, so we were still open to ideas about our logo mascot there. But yeah, I'm pretty mad about the new Space Jam. I'm not
mad about it. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a good movie.
I will watch it.
But it still is kind of annoying that they kind of backtracked there and we're like, whoa.
I am mad about it.
We cannot have this.
I'm going to say I'm mad about it.
What?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm curious of what direction they're going to go to because I kind of thought the original was really cool. I like the idea of aliens taking their powers and like they were stupid, but I thought it was cool. So I don't know what they're gonna do with this one, but
you know what would be really funny? You know how for Sonic last year they redesigned him completely? Someone was pissed. What if everyone got pissed about this and they went and made her as sexy as possible?
Just way too sexy, just overly sexy,
basically playing basketball in lingerie.
And they just turned it to like rated R. They're like, sorry,
rated R.
This is turned into a hentai. If anyone's familiar with that, I don't know what that is, but I've heard it's adult anime.
That's one of the hardest parts about watching anime is, there's a lot of sexualization in
when
there.
it gets weird.
And exactly, there's a lot of fight
Yeah.
scenes, and that's like what we're watching it for.
Yeah.
And then, if someone walks out, the next thing you know, one of the characters is like completely naked.
Yeah, or
I'm like, I swear,
or
this is not what was happening 3 seconds
they
ago.
just start drooling and they start licking things. And you're like, why are you doing this right now? This is weird. Like, I was watching one the other day on Netflix. I don't know. It's like, I don't remember what it's called, but there's a character that was just like super weird for no reason, like obsessed with another character and started acting weird. I'm like, the show is like normal, and then you inject one character that's just fucking weird, or they start making the cat faces. You ever seen that? Like,
I have.
Anime is like super serious. It's like really dark, and it's like, and then all of a sudden the main character's like making a cat face, a little like a weird emoji face, and you're like
the chibi.
Yes, the chibi
faces,
stuff. Yeah, I'm like, why are you injecting that into this really dark atmosphere of an anime? Like Hellsing, that was one that was notorious for that. Like, it would have, the character was so cool. The voice actor's name was Crispin Freeman. He's really amazing. And the character was a very cool character. And then just randomly, it'd be like the chibi face, and then it'd be like a weird skit that they would put aside, like, I don't know. I never got that. I think it's there was like
weird
culture.
Weird like B-roll.
Yes.
A lot of anime.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's all like chibi.
Weird
Chibi stuff. They just inject it in there. It's just like out of nowhere. It doesn't belong. It's like a drama. It's really serious, and they just got to throw that.
They know their target audience.
Yeah, they do. It's not us.
You guys ever watch Slice of Life anime?
Slice of Life, no.
I have not. And I don't
why
plan
are you
to.
I haven't.
What
either.
is this?
This is going to be a great conversation.
Basically, it's literally just like anime characters just living. Like, there's no fight scenes.
Seriously?
There's nothing.
This is
like,
a thing?
It's actually a thing. No, there's a lot of them too.
Like, that's a genre. It's called Slice of Life?
Yes, it's called Slice of Life anime. That's like
Dude.
officially what it's called.
How boring is that? Can you
I
imagine a
don't know,
Slice
man.
of Life
There's gotta
anime
be,
about
like-
us?
Well,
Dude.
my
Well,
last couple of weeks might
yours
be
would be pretty
interesting.
interesting, yeah. I mean, I have interesting things happen. It's just depressing, It's like, work sucks today. That's depressing,
I don't want to fucking be here.
Yeah. Should I pull the trigger today?
How much would you pay Morgan Freeman to narrate your life?
I don't think I would. I don't know. Morgan Freeman's.
I wouldn't want to hear it.
No.
I would probably experience more existential dread if I heard it
Yeah.
narrated to me, especially by Morgan Freeman.
I think he's overrated. He's got a cool voice, but is the guy that played Darth Vader's voice, is he still alive? Is he dead? He's probably dead now, right?
I know the guy that was
James Earl
actually
Jones?
in the suit.
No,
I think James Earl Jones is still alive.
Oh, he is. Who
The
gives
guy
a
who's in the suit is dead. He died recently.
not to be insensitive, but who gives a fuck about the guy in the suit? It could have been anybody.
Well,
Well,
he
that
was
was-
like 6'8", I think, or something like that.
That was Mia Kunis, right?
It could have been. No offense, but like,
Because
he
like
could have
in
put
the
a
suit,
body
was
in there.
in the suit was Mia Kunis, and then as Anakin, it was Belle Delphine.
Seth MacFarlane, right?
No, Belle Delphine.
Oh, Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a whack at how old
It
James
was
Earl Jones is?
Belle Delphine? I would. Am I taking a whack at it?
Go
Am I
ahead.
trying to take him out?
Take a whack. He's still alive, by the way. He's still kicking.
I would say
78.
I'm gonna take a gentle whack because he's very old. 86.
90 motherfucking years old.
Yeah, that man's he's on that respirator for sure at this point.
There's still people like with an iron lung from polio.
I didn't know that.
What?
Yeah,
Sucks to
there's
be those
there's
guys.
still at least one guy, I think.
Like specifically one guy.
I think so. I don't know.
Where's he
I could be
at?
wrong.
Is he in Nebraska?
He's in an iron lung.
Is he in
What's
a
up with
cornfield?
that? Is it like if you are in an iron lung, you cannot get out?
You literally cannot.
You're trapped. Is it an actual iron?
You're pretty.
device?
It's almost like getting a fucking like MRI. Like your whole body's immersed in this.
Wait,
fucker
so
with your
you're
head sticking
actually
out.
trapped into a device?
Yes, you're actually in there. Like that's all you can do is just sit
Can you
there.
get Wi-Fi through there?
I sure fucking hope
Like
so.
seriously, like I would hope.
Can he listen to the
Yeah, they-
podcast from there?
Hey, can we get him on as the next guest? Does he get reception through his iron lung? Can he get a phone?
Christ.
All right, let's see. Only one other person in the U.S. still uses an iron lung.
Does he have social media?
Is it because like if he's taken out of it, he'll die instantly, or
Well, like his.
because I know we
lungs
have the
explode?
technology to.
I think
not
so. It says here, no one expected someone who needed an iron lung to live this long.
Good. I would. Good for him.
Hey, he's done well. I mean,
is that a life really? Do you want to live in a?
wait, and then at the end of this, it says Paul did not expect to find himself threatened by another epidemic because of coronavirus. So he is still alive, I think.
All right, so guys,
Jesus,
work with me here. I got an idea for the best slice of life anime ever.
Oh, I'm
The Man with the Iron Lung.
It's just him and his iron lung. It's just his family visiting him. Yeah. I wonder if he had kids before he got put in the iron lung.
I don't know. The Iron Lung. That sounds like a superhero or like an anime. The Iron Giant. No, that's probably.
He could breathe anywhere.
sounds like a metal band.
The Iron Lung.
Yes, that's kind of what an iron lung right there is. Sorry for the audio only people here.
Yeah, that looks horrifying. His head's sticking out.
Yeah,
though,
he's
right?
fully in there. It's just his head that sticks out. Yeah.
All right, so he can in VR would be great for that.
Yes, you're right. VR would be amazing. I don't know if he can use his hands or not.
Hey,
Well,
both of you and the entirety of the audience, if you ever find me in a situation, an iron lung situation, end my life.
Seriously.
I agree. I'm gonna do that.
Well, he's not a vegetable.
I'm putting that in my living will.
No, he's not a vegetable. He's made of flesh and meat.
Yeah, he's an iron vegetable if he is. All right, Jack's gonna do a.
I'm not. No, I need you to hold my beer for a second.
Cheers.
My fucking microphone is falling again.
Impromptu cheers.
All right, so I think he just handed me. He wants me to shotgun this for him because he cannot.
Hey,
he
you
cannot
got an
do
extra. Go ahead.
I do have an extra, but no, this is all you, my friend.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not a young lad like I used to, doing shotguns willy nilly.
I feel that.
My body's in an iron lung.
No more shotgunning and taking trains to Gainesville.
But my brain is not an iron lung. Oh. Here you go. We're gonna get some ASMR. I might turn you up a little bit here for your
The headsets
shotgun.
are coming off.
The headsets are off. I'm turning you up a little bit here. Oh. It's gonna be. Oh. Ooh, that was I turned you up a little too much there, but you got that crush.
He didn't even finish it, you guys. I mean,
Yeah, he's dribbling all over the floor, man. The Man in the Iron Lung. Wasn't that a Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
No, that was
Wasn't everything a Leonardo DiCaprio?
That was the Iron Giant.
Oh yeah. That was had Hugh Jackman. They fought robots, right? Iron Giant, I think so. Yeah.
That little kid kind of did look like Hugh Jackman, didn't he? Now that you mention it.
Oh, what? Yeah.
For the record, I know Leonardo DiCaprio was not in the
Yeah, I was talking. It was a reference to the Iron Mask, which I never saw, which is
Iron
terrible.
Mask. What the
terrible,
fuck is that?
Well, I don't know. If
Is that
terrible.
Marvel?
It was a Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Man in the Iron Mask. I didn't watch it. I remember seeing it at a Blockbuster when I was a kid, though. Back when Blockbusters were a thing.
He's one of my favorite actors. I would love to watch that.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Leonardo. Or
Hey, we'll put that on the.
Let's watch it right now.
Yeah, we got like a book. People have like book lists.
Yeah,
We'll just
well,
do movie lists.
We're planning on doing bonus episodes in the
read.
future, Victor. Where Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in that style, but we're gonna put our own spin on it, and so we can add that to the list of movies. And
Yeah.
if you want to join us for that one, we could probably work that out for you.
Okay, well, I got a couple movies you need to put on that.
Hey, you are more than welcome to send them to me. I got a
gonna-
list going.
So we're gonna do a book
The
list,
Room.
but I can't read.
The Room.
The Room. Okay.
The
yes.
Greasy
Tommy
Strangler.
Wiseau.
Oh, the hash slinging slasher,
No, the Greasy Strangler.
The Greasy.
the Tattletale Strangler.
The Room. Tommy Wiseau. Classic. Yeah.
What's another one?
Can't forget about that. There's a huge list out there.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
sure. We've got a decent sized list right now. Demon Knight is something that Jack needs to experience. He hasn't experienced. And you too, if you've never seen it. Have you seen that before? It's the Tales from the Crypt movie. It's got Billy Zane is in it. So if you're not familiar with Billy Zane, he looks like the guy from The Mummy, the villain. He's not that guy.
Not Brendan Fraser.
The bald guy, the Mummy. I always thought as a kid, I was like, that's Billy Zane, but it's the guy that looks similar to him, but it's not him. He's the villain in, what you would consider the villain in Titanic. He wasn't bald at the time. He had hair. And to kind of circle this back around, I've worked at a liquor store in my life, and some girl, she was like, you look like...
She was bald, and you fell in love.
She had leukemia, and
Saw
she's
yourself
dead
in her.
now. Thanks for mentioning that, Jack.
Oh, God.
She was wrapped up in gauze.
She came up to me.
I don't know why this reminds me of the mummy.
Yeah, she told me, she was like, you look like the bad guy or the asshole. I don't think she said asshole, but the jerk in Titanic. And I hadn't seen it so long. Yeah, like the bad guy.
You mean the iceberg?
Yeah, I was like my nose isn't that big, lady. What the hell? But yeah, then I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, dude, I don't look anything like the guy. I was wearing a mask, but I'm like, I don't look like that guy. Billy Zane. I'm not bald at all. I have hair. I promise.
I thought it was ridiculous that there was even a fucking villain. Like a human villain.
Yeah,
in
the
Titanic.
iceberg is already enough. Everyone dies from fucking from falling in the sea. They had just had to add Hollywood had a villain in there, you know.
Mm-hmm. It could have just been a love story in the end of it, right?
Could have been, and Jack could have fit on that door.
They have done scientific tests.
Eventually he did.
As a frozen corpse.
No, what was the movie? Inception,
yeah.
Yeah, when he shows up gasping on the beach as a grown adult.
See, I haven't seen Inception. I've seen parts of it.
You
I've
haven't
not
seen
watched
Inception?
It
You know what I'm saying? He dies.
Jack probably
sinks
knows.
to the bottoming Titanic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, really, he survived. And then the beginning of Inception, it's him. As a grown adult.
I like that
air,
idea.
Crawling from the beach.
We talked about this in another episode about how sometimes movies or different movies and things will like correlate
yeah.
or maybe not. Like I mentioned because he had never seen the Matrix movies until recently. He had literally just watched all three of them.
That's the most judgmental look I've ever gotten from a family member.
Yeah, he hasn't seen them until like probably last month or so. You watched all
about
three.
A month ago is when I finished the third one.
So the John Wick movies, there was a weird correlation. I read the article and I didn't really read into much more of it, but they said that John Wick could potentially be Neo, that the computers put him into another simulation. That's why he can't die in John Wick, and that's why Lawrence Fishburne is in that movie.
I believe that.
Yeah. That's really fucking cool. It would be super cool.
I mean, obviously, I don't believe that that's real life, but I believe.
I mean, we could be in a simulation, though, right?
That's
right now. Mind blowing. Yeah.
It's one of those things where they just made two separate things. You're like, oh, let's make a time limit out of this. It'll be fun for the viewers and stuff. Like how Zombies was with Black Ops, or how Legend of Zelda is for
Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar.
We've talked about this like 3 times already.
Oh, I could see Darth Jar Jar actually being a real thing.
I would love that.
That would be amazing. I agree. I think
it'd be the ultimate
awesome. That would be great.
Honestly, it would be. Yeah, I heard that.
What? Sorry, that was a tiny fart.
Yeah. No, that's the Russians. They're tapping into our transmission.
We're getting doxxed.
You're talking about zombies, and there's some
It'd be the Germans. They're Nazi zombies.
Well, the Russians are involved too, I think. Yeah.
What time are we sitting at? What are we looking at here?
We're doing pretty good. We're like a little over an hour.
It's only
hell yeah.
Hour 15.
It's only like 1:30.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's only been 5 hours.
Some of us got to get stuck in a train before going to work tomorrow. Fucking.
This man's gonna sit around for 10 hours. He can sit at a pool for 10 hours, and we haven't even got started.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
If drinking is what's gonna limit this.
This man's got another. This guy's got another hand to fuck up. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Let's not do that.
But it's Tuesday. I don't got shit.
Yeah.
I ain't got no job right now.
You know I have shit to do for a bit.
Yeah. It's funny because the last guy we had on was kind of in the same situation. Not the last guy, but Luke.
Luke, yeah.
Yeah.
Seek out cripples that are.
Luke, actually, it's kind of funny you say cripples because he had to get hospital.
He would have. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't be throwing his shit out there like that, but
yeah, we'll cut that out. We'll put a funny sound in there.
Yeah.
Look, we're sorry.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
We'll just make the punch the microphone.
We'll put a funny sound in there, and then they'll hear us talk about this, and it'll be even funnier at that point.
Yeah. No, but yeah, he was out of work for a little bit.
That noise that I made during testing.
That was pretty cool.
That did something for me.
Yeah,
That was like so satisfying. It was just like the perfect
It was like a cartoon sound.
Yeah.
It was like a Roadrunner.
Something that'd be in Space Jam.
Yeah. We're gonna get royalties for that. We can stop doing
We can't talk about Space Jam anymore.
We could just charge people to use that one sound.
That sound effect.
Well, actually, Space Jam, there's a whole movement about it right now. It may get fixed. Yeah.
I hope it does. We were talking about that.
Yeah, when you were in the bathroom, I was talking about how they redesigned Sonic.
Yes.
It'd be funny
I
if they
was just
redesigned
gonna say-
Lola and she was just like ridiculously sexy. Like even sexier in the first.
Just like
Yeah.
to
You
the
think
point where people are almost offended by.
they're going to turn her
it's
into a
too-
lesbian too, probably.
To a point
I think.
where men divorce their wives
No,
in search of
because-
Lola Bunny.
They can't turn her into a lesbian because that's Bugs Girl.
It is Bugs Girl, but then they're going to go too far the other way.
They could just make Bugs identify as a girl and
No,
make
they're
her a
gonna make
lesbian.
her. they're
Yeah,
gonna-
Bugs will dress as a female like he did
In the
Elmer
cartoons.
Fudd. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he'll be trans.
Back when things were technically more progressive, in my opinion. Like
you're right. Definitely. Yeah. People didn't think about stuff like that either. It's just like straightforward. You know, you ran off a cliff, you didn't look down, you were good.
Right.
Look down,
You just
you're
kept
good.
running.
Yeah. If you look
Exactly.
down, you think
Just gotta believe.
put up a sign. You had time to put like 10 signs up though.
Is that the wires touching? You never touch the tips, Trenton. That's when it gets gay.
Touch the you don't cross streams, bro.
Yeah, don't touch cords.
Not really sure what that is, but
That might be.
speaking of which, so crossing the streams, you guys, I mean, you know what that reference is, right? Ghostbusters.
Well, like.
Oh fuck
Like
no.
whenever
Oh
you're-
yeah.
When you're in a forest and there's two streams.
Yeah. There's vampires on either side. of it.
Have you seen the new Ghostbusters trailer?
I have not.
It's
So
called
that's
Afterlife.
crazy. I didn't actually know that they.
I hope it's better than the last. one.
Yeah, I was actually gonna allude to the female Ghostbusters reboot or whatever they did. So they actually okay. We're not gonna talk about that.
That didn't
That
do
didn't
well.
happen.
That,
There's actually a reboot.
that didn't do well.
It didn't.
It's not a remake. It's a new. I
third
don't
one.
really know exactly what it is, but it's called Ghostbusters.
Ghost-
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
So-
And the most recent trailer I saw was a bunch of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Men.
Yeah.
They were like really tiny, and they were
Really?
popping out of the bags. And they were making s'mores out of each other and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. I actually have a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Halloween costume, and it inflates. And
So-
it's
Dude,
pretty
this
funny.
man is the biggest collection of inflatable
Oh, I have so
costumes
many
that I know.
costumes.
I know.
That's great. I love it.
So
It's coming in handy.
the actor, the main actor that's going to be in the new Ghostbusters is actually the kid from Stranger Things.
Really?
Yeah. one of the-
Flynn?
Flynn, yeah.
Yeah. Finn Wolfhard or whatever. Right?
Finn, yeah. Finn.
That's interesting. I didn't even know. So what are they doing with the new one? I haven't seen the trailer or anything about it.
I have nobody knows anything about it yet. I don't
Okay.
think.
Well, what I've gathered is it's his father who was like one of the original Ghostbusters, and like
Peter Venkman or one of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh, I'll just go fuck myself.
there's like, well, did you
I'm just
watch the trailer?
I watched all the trailers. I think. I don't know. I couldn't pull anything from them.
Well, it shows him like finding like a couple of like the devices that they used to use and stuff,
That's
and like
cool.
throwbacks to like the original, and like then he finds like at the end of the trailer he finds the car.
Oh shit!
And you see the
okay.
car driving into a cornfield, and like
Nice.
he's obviously a kid, so he can't control
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
just-
Okay.
That's really cool because
I never pulled that from that, but I did see that scene.
I remember hearing
it was
about.
so clear.
I might have been drunk.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
usually
say,
am.
this
I'm
man-
usually what Zattered? What is it?
Zazzled.
Zazzled. I'm usually
Zattered.
Zazzled.
No,
That's
sorry.
actually a-
sorry, Zazzled as fuck.
Zattered is the new villain in the new Ghostbusters movie. They haven't revealed it yet though. The Lord.
If
Zattered.
it is, this needs to blow the fuck up.
No,
It is.
Yingling bottles are the new villain.
Yeah, and trains. And the
And
train
trains,
off the
yeah.
25th.
It's a
Train
train
on- and the
carrying
train on 20.
Yingling. That is Zazzled. The driver's Zazzled and a train carrying
Zattered.
Yingling.
It's Zazzard. Zattered, the
conductor-
the ghost conductor.
The
Zattered.
conductor is Zazzled,
Zazzle, the ghost
and it's
conductor.
a train that has nothing but Yingling bottles.
And it's
on
from
it.
hell. It came from hell.
They're just flinging Yingling bottles at people. The ghosts are off
Busting
the side
them,
of the train,
yeah.
hitting as many people as they can.
That's amazing.
It's not even like a real villain. It's just an annoyance that they got to take care of.
Yeah, and the only other person on the train is the shitty Lola Bunny.
the tomboy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that I remember hearing a little bit about Afterlife before. Like they talked about, because I know Dan Aykroyd, who was in the original Ghostbusters, he's been really wanting to make that happen for a while. A third Ghostbuster. I think it was the third one, right? They made two. Yeah. He want to make it happen for a long time, and then if you guys saw that, whatever the female Ghostbuster movie, Bill Murray.
see
Bill
it.
Murray.
Look, I think it's a better decision to just avoid.
Okay,
even
We
talking.
could watch that for the bonus episode.
No, let's not even do that. It's
Oh,
not worth
yes,
it.
let's do that.
Too topical.
Yeah. So
I'm writing
anyway,
it
Bill
down.
Murray. Ironically, Bill Murray was the one that holding back the sequel for all these years because he didn't want to do another sequel, and he was like one of the one. Well, I think Dan Aykroyd was in that movie as well. He was one of the ones that did a cameo in the female Ghostbuster movie, but unfortunately, Raimi. I don't remember. The guy who played Egon is dead now. He died. So he is not around to do, another sequel.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say Sam Raimi.
It's called Ghostbusters. They could just CGI him in there.
Right.
Dead,
I was gonna say Sam Raimi, but I know that's not
could.
his name, but it's Raimi.
He'd probably be cool
or
with
something like that. Yeah, right. Anyway, so he's dead,
Can't
but
really ask him, can you?
but yeah, I don't know. Ghostbusters is pretty decent. You guys ever watch the cartoon? The Ghostbusters cartoon?
No, you
remember
told me about it.
All right.
Fantastic.
Okay, so someone that has seen it. So you've seen the original. They had like an original, and then they had like a newer version of
Like
it.
a reboot.
Reboot, yeah. It was called like Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. I think it was called the new one, which is kind of ironic because it was like not the real
that's
Ghostbusters.
Kind of a bold statement.
Yeah, it was like a dude in a
Considering it's a
wheelchair,
reboot.
like literally. So it was a guy in a wheelchair, which nothing against people in wheelchairs. It was a goth chick, like literally a chick with black, like dark hair and like pale as shit. And then
Perfect.
yeah, and then it had
my
like
type of lady.
yeah. Then it had
I figured that earlier when you said they did my girl Raven wrong.
yeah. It had all
It's either that or Lola Bunny. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like,
it had all the like archetypes. It had like a jock white dude, I think, and then it had a black dude, I think. I'm just guessing it was a black dude. There's 4 of them. I can't remember all of them, but I remember it was pretty,
Careful now.
Well, listen, man, you came out for the okay. We're not
After
going back
the
to
Chinese and the Mexicans.
So
Yeah,
don't even come at me right
you
now.
followed up
Yeah. We might as well just
that
cover them
with.
all. Yeah. So
Sheesh.
anyway, when I was younger, my brother, I remember the original Ghostbusters series a little bit. That was a little bit before my time. There was a character on it called the Boogeyman, and he was creepy as fuck. And my brother remembers he had fucking night terrors over this character from the show. He had like this big head, and he's weird. Anyway, the real Ghostbusters was more around my time frame, I remember. And there was a guy named the Grundle. I think his name was the Grundle, and he wore this trench coat, and he was this creepy looking. It was weird because the show was like Ghostbusters, but I feel like there was actually creatures that weren't ghosts. Like the Grundle wasn't a ghost; it was like a creature. And it had flashbacks in the episode of one of the goth chick as a kid, and she had a female or a little friend, like a boyfriend, and they were playing ball, and they were probably like 8 or 9 years old by the woods, and then the ball like rolled off into the woods, and the kid went to go get it, and the Grundle like straight up looked like a pedophile. He was wearing I'm not even kidding you, he was in a trench coat, a raincoat, and a fucking fedora hat, and he's like, "Hey kid." And then, like, she has a flashback, and then the kid disappears, and she's like, "I never saw my friend again." And anyway, in the episode, you see another Grundle. It turns out that the kid got kidnapped by this fucking creature, and he got put in a cocoon and turned into another one of those creatures. And then the kid, as the Grundle, was the kid that she lost, her friend as a kid. It was creepy. It freaked me out. Yeah, it was really dark for me as a kid.
So were there 2 Grundles then, or was
yes?
Okay.
Yeah, so the one that kidnapped him turned him into another one. I don't know what happened to that one. That one,
secondary Grundle.
Yeah, he was just created as it. But what that creature would do is it would kidnap children and then turn them into them. And I was like, man, that's pretty fucking dark for a kids show, a cartoon.
That is pretty dark. Yeah. Were you the one that told me that you told a sibling or a cousin something?
Yes.
A story and you scared yourself more than
it was actually my brother. It was his stepson, I guess you could call it, even though he wasn't married. But I told him a story about a camping trip. We were out, actually it was kind of a true story, but not really a true story. So the true story was we went to Gatlinburg in Tennessee, and we were in a cabin, and I was actually my brother locked me out of the cabin, and an actual bear almost came and devoured me, for real. And it was my cousin and my brother locked me out, and I got in. And then right as soon as I got in, the bear was at the sliding glass door. And then I told him a story that was fake about something similar to that. But then the next day, they saw the bear dead outside the cabin.
Holy fuck!
It got eviscerated by something else, something more terrifying.
Is that real? That actually happened?
No, that part was made up.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the fuck ruined this bear, dude? Was it our cryptids?
Yes.
Was the Calodactyl or the Fushigi?
Yeah. So I told him in the story, the additional part of the story, and my mind, I reworked my own mind, my own memory, recreated my own memory as if this happened. It was like an X-Files episode. I don't know if you guys ever seen X-Files? And you just see weird shit. It's this terrifying thing.
I have made the X-Files noise
destroyed.
3 times during the
podcast.
Yeah,
okay. I thought somebody was making. I thought you were making. Okay, that's X-Files. I was thinking of like Twilight Zone.
It sounds like the wolf from Twilight Princess when you're next to the stones.
You guys ever seen? This is completely another tangent. Have you ever seen Neverending Story?
Absolutely.
I have, but I was really young.
You know the wolf at the end of that was nightmare fuel too. I forget what his name is now, but he had the eyes, like the red eyes or yellow eyes in the shadows, and he's like, I'm the ender of the world.
That was great.
Don't remember that. I'll watch it.
Somebody should look up his name.
Sometime soon I'll watch it. I'll look it up.
Then you talk about the darkness, and he'd be like, the darkness is coming, and I'm going to fucking, I'm the harbinger for the darkness, or the end, or something like that. But yet, Mork. I think his name was Mork.
I was born
with a G.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Gmork.
Yes.
See the light
Yes.
today,
He does
so
look
it's
pretty
already a
creepy.
man.
You know what? You scared the shit out of me when I was really young.
What?
They just actually rebooted it recently on Netflix. Dark fucking Crystal.
I do vaguely remember that.
The first movie
A little
scared the
bit.
fucking shit out of me.
Yes.
A lot of puppets and stuff.
Pups.
And
Yeah, puppets.
the way they look, like I would
Lots
have
of little
nightmares.
pups. Yeah.
Man, I'd be
You know-
in bed and I'd be like, that thing's gonna come out of my closet, isn't it?
You guys ever see Pan's Labyrinth?
Yes.
I have not.
This
But
guy-
I did see all the memes that they made about a
this
certain
guy?
Yes.
senator.
The eyeball guy.
And that guy, yeah.
The hands and his eyeballs. You know who did the practical effects for that and directed that? Well, not practical effects, but directed it.
Robert Rodriguez.
No.
Quentin Tarantino.
Nope.
I don't know
Neither one of them.
Drew Barrymore.
Daryl.
I'm just kidding.
No, it was actually Lola Bunny.
Michael Jordan.
It was Lola Bunny.
Yeah, it was the
That's
tomboy
incredible.
one. No.
You know what? Maybe we should
We're too
cut
hard
some
on her.
slack.
Yeah. It was.
That was a good movie.
It was pretty
Pan's
good.
Labyrinth. If she did that, then shit.
It was Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, I've heard.
Oh, I believe that.
So he
That
did
makes a lot of
that.
sense.
He did Pacific Rim, which this guy hasn't seen yet.
Stop!
Have you seen Pacific Rim?
Yes.
Great.
I
movie.
want to see it.
keep
It's
telling
not,
him he
dude.
needs to
I
watch
have
it.
like 6 streaming platforms, and I cannot find Pacific Rim on any of them. So I want to hear it.
I almost just asked chat if they've seen Pacific Rim. But we don't have a chat.
We could ask. Hey, Chad. We'll ask Chad. I think we have a listener named Chad.
All right, comment section.
I could get us a listener named
Comment section. How ridiculous is it that
Yeah.
Jack hasn't seen
Yeah.
Pacific
Little
Rim?
Jack.
I've been telling him for a while. Pacific
I
Rim's
just
a
said
good
Jack.
one.
You said it.
I know. I was
God.
known as Little Jack in my family for the longest time. I am pretty much the youngest in
Yeah.
my family.
Speaking of Chads, what about like?
Not for long.
Well, I mean, actually, I'm currently not really, but
Yeah. No, I'm saying Katie.
I know what you're talking about.
They're talking about very specific family.
Yeah, seriously. You guys want to come to the Christmas dinner this year?
Hey, can we do a podcast at your family reunion?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it'd be a great time.
I'll
You
just,
understand.
I'll just sit in,
That's gonna be the most.
and then we'll do one of mine, and it's
your
really
subscriber
dysfunctional
count's
too.
gonna
Yeah,
skyrocket.
trust me, I have a very dysfunctional.
Some of the dumb shit. No, it's not even that. It's just some of the dumb shit we talked about,
Yeah.
like as a family.
You ever listen to Rick and Morty? Holy fuck!
Yeah, they have a pretty good podcast, right? I think you destroyed the microphone again. It's like sideways.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Take a shot, Jack.
Just screw that thing.
I didn't do shit. It just fell.
Screw the thing, make it tight. I think it's like really loose right now.
I love when it's tight.
That's what she said. No, there's a knob next to that thing.
Hey,
Yeah, right
hey,
next to you.
audience. This man just said, "Screw the thing and make it tight."
Hey, did you screw it?
I didn't. It's not fucking
Screw it. Yes, look. There's a thing right here.
Yeah. Oh, that
That.
one.
Yeah, you got that, like, you loosen the hell out of that.
Why is yours hanging and mine's fucking standing? What the hell is this?
That's America for you. Sometimes you're hanging, sometimes you're staying. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know where
Well,
we're
anyways, my point about Rick and Morty was that imagine that, but like maybe 10 times more in fucking like sly remarks and shit like
Yeah.
that.
I have a very sarcastic family too.
It's pretty rough. It's
Yeah.
fun.
You haven't met my brother yet, have you?
I've not met your
I'll have
brother.
to get him on sometime.
Yeah, Talking Under the Influence, guys.
Yeah.
Is, another
Yeah.
podcast that Mr.
Are you guys Asian or Mexican? Which one of the two that Jack hates apparently?
Hey, why don't you guys serve fucking hamburgers?
I'm bringing all of my ethnic family over.
Because ours is Italian.
There's
and,
a band full of Mexicans in the back, actually.
Our family's Italian and Irish. We give
We are
zero
Irish,
fucks.
German,
Like
mostly white stuff.
It's
There's Polish. Not my family, but like marriage family is like Polish and stuff. But it's not. I don't relate to those people. So
Jack, yeah.
no.
Jack, our grandparents hate Polish people. Oh wait, hey.
It's okay. My family. I'm not actually Polish, so I'll be fine with your.
I'm
your
kidding
grandparents, I think.
anyways. They don't hate
Where
fish.
were we before
They do.
we got on the families? We had something we were cooking up.
We were cooking.
It's because he was about to call me Little Jack.
Little
I
Jack.
wasn't even
Little
going to
Jack
say
and the
it.
Beanstalk.
Yeah, you almost did, and then
I didn't.
You caught yourself.
I just said Jack.
You-
I've been saying Jack this whole time.
Jack.
You've said Little Jack
You're right. I picked
now
up
3 times to my
that
one
was-
that I just said.
That was your
because
That was your own unraveling.
That's my rapper name, Lil Jack,
Little Jack.
Little Jack.
Little Jackie Chan.
Lil Audio Jack.
Little Audio Jack. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Some white people shit if I ever heard it.
I know the dad jokes are supposed to be saved for the end of the episode. But
Hey, we're just peppering the dad jokes in all throughout. You know.
yeah, I actually I had one set up for this episode, but I replaced it because I have family here, and I think he's gonna like my joke I got.
Oh, you got a bit family friendly
Yeah.
Trying.
in a different way.
How do you fit a giraffe into a refrigerator?
You got to cut it up into lots of pieces.
No,
right?
you open the door, you close the door, and you put the giraffe inside.
Wait, why do you close the door first?
No, you sorry, you put the giraffe inside.
All right,
Now,
fair enough.
How do you fit an
Is
elephant?
it Lil Giraffe?
How do you fit an elephant into a refrigerator?
You open the door, you put it in there, and then you close the door.
No, you open the door, you take the giraffe out so there's room, then you put the
Oh.
elephant inside,
Oh, you gotta make
and
room
close the
for
door.
it.
It's progressive, Trenton.
That is progressive.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a baller, so the audience doesn't know this. I have a giant refrigerator. I can fit a giraffe and an elephant. Don't be looking at my refrigerator. You don't understand it.
It's not true.
It's shut up, guys. Come on, let the audience think that I have a
This
giant.
guy doesn't even
fridge.
have a water dispenser.
All
Shut up! I'm not that much of. I didn't say I had a water
so
dispenser.
all of the
An ice
animals,
tray.
all of the animals in the world are at a meeting. It's the one animal that could not attend at the time.
The lion.
No, the elephant. He's still in the refrigerator.
Wait, he couldn't Skype. He couldn't call in to the meeting. It
He's
wasn't
in a
a conference?
refrigerator.
I mean, I feel like.
It's an old
If you get in there,
refrigerator. It's
you will
made
have
of
no
lead.
cell
There's
phone
no cell
service.
phone service.
Yeah, you're right. If I listen, guys, I was trying to let him think that I had a refrigerator that had Wi-Fi.
You think Indiana Jones had cell phone service when he got blown up by that nuke?
Right.
Yeah, he probably did. He had the crystal skull. He had alien technology. He probably could.
So
Just saying.
you come across a swamp, right? It's known to be infested by alligators. How do you get across?
I have Jack fly me over.
No.
He's a pilot.
You swim. All the alligators are still at that meeting.
Okay, so we're carrying the joke.
This is a very progressive
joke.
joke.
This is a great joke. Yeah.
That's it.
No,
That's
man. I was ready for the next one, but you just ended
No,
it.
I've been
Damn it.
constantly my whole life
Adding to
trying to
it.
think of a way to add to it. And it's not an
Should.
original. I didn't make this joke up, by the way.
Okay.
It's something one of my friends told me. I don't know if he did or not, but I have been trying to think of
You
ways.
got to add to it.
Yeah,
I feel
I've
like it's a
been trying
joke that
to,
we should
like-
add to.
It's something you can continue to go
Absolutely.
with, for sure.
Easily.
Tells your grandchildren, just like carry it on through your family.
Grandchildren.
I'm
I
not.
gotta,
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
gotta
having-
have regular children.
I'm not
first.
having those, but you know, I'm not saying you tell it to your you tell it to just
Well,
grandchildren.
I do have.
You go to a nursery.
Just
and
go
tell it
to the
grandchildren.
park.
Yeah.
I do have a child.
Jake will do. No, just kidding.
He's 8.5. No, he's not 8.
Wait, you have a
He'll
child
be
that's
9.
8.5?
He'll be 9 in August.
Really?
Yeah.
Like for real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's why I said I'm not really the youngest in the family.
Okay. Well then,
in my generation
you
of the
will
family, I
you will
am.
be able to tell that to your grandchild.
Damn.
I was waiting for like, is that continue? Is he at the
Is he at the meeting with the
I don't
animals?
know. Okay, cool.
No,
I'm
he
I'm the
he
last
was-
in my family.
Well, it's just unfortunate
Not
because
really.
he was ripped apart by apes.
no.
At the animal meeting.
Was it the alligator?
He was in Harambe's pen. That was him.
You know, Godzilla should have saved him, but too bad.
Hey,
I haven't
have
seen
you
it.
guys-
Hey, he hasn't seen the movie.
I haven't seen
have
it.
you?
I have.
I have not. All right.
Okay, good. We're
Kong or Godzilla?
Godzilla.
Godzilla all day.
100%. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. We were having not a fight, but he
Fucking-
thought Kong should win. I'm like, no,
Fucking
Godzilla, dude.
Wizard dragon versus
Yes.
big,
Who
versus
even-
a big monkey.
Who even picks
Ape.
Who even picks ape? Now wait. Real talk, Jack. Were you doing that just to have podcast material here?
Clout.
Not clout, but
By no means.
did you actually? You were really on Team Kong.
No, I'm really on.
You
Team
really
Kong.
are on
I
Team
really
Kong.
like Kong more than Godzilla.
Okay, so
I think he's more fun.
I just need to clear the air there. I'm glad that
I think
somebody
God-
else
I
understands
think
the reality.
Godzilla's fucking Just a badass.
Yeah, man. The
You
last movie when he just
It's a very good movie.
melted those fucking Ghidorah, the dude with 3 heads. He just turned into a nuclear reactor
Yeah,
and
he
fucking
just
melted him.
Didn't brush his
Did you
teeth
see
for
that?
3 days and breathed in
Yeah.
his mouth, and
He just was a nuclear. He killed everyone in town. I'm sure he killed everybody. That
Oh
was
yeah,
in that
everybody died.
place, but he just fucking
yeah, what a fucking hero.
wizard
right?
lizard.
Wizard lizard.
Yes. I'm gonna put that on a shirt.
See, okay, so here's my prediction.
Put that on a
about-
beer.
Here's my prediction on Kong vs. Godzilla.
Yeah.
They're
I
doing
feel
some
like
bullshit.
No,
tie
it's gonna
fight
be a tie, and then there's
Yes.
gonna be an ultimate threat that they have to.
that they got to team up on against.
Yeah. Same. I had the same.
What I can tell you
It's
is
gonna-
you are
same
not
idea.
100% accurate. It's all I can tell
It's
you.
gonna be Mothra and
Or some fucking
or
robotic thing.
Mecha Godzilla. Yeah.
Some alien robot. Or the human race is going to be the real villain for polluting.
Well,
the Earth.
that's fact.
Yeah.
The director
actually,
did say
the train
that there
off
will be
25th.
a winner in the fight between Godzilla and King Kong.
Every day I find solace in knowing that at least 100 people have died. Anyways,
Every day?
what's up, chat?
Every day.
I like
day.
that.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, actually, sorry, no, it's not. Over 1,000 people die every day in the world.
7 billion of us
That's
now. and
progressive.
I
That's
think
progressive
there's
of you
like
to say.
10 babies born every couple minutes in America or something like that. So we're making up for it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we need to die. Some of us. I tried.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Well, you didn't. You didn't try.
They thought I was just
Yingling
partying by-
saved your life.
Yeah, no, it was actually Yingling that attacked him.
Yeah.
He-
But,
he
but
gave him
if
new
he had any
meaning.
other beer,
It would have killed him.
there we
He found new meaning.
If
in
I was
life.
around friends with just a slightly lower IQ than the friends I was around,
If they'd been drinking
I
Bud
could have
Light,
added to the statistic.
if they'd been drinking Bud Light,
no,
I'm
now
kidding.
now we just lost a sponsor.
I'm
Look at
kidding. No, Luke would have definitely saved me if I was dying.
that. Luke would have carried you to the hospital.
He would have. Yeah.
What are we looking at on time here? I think
I think we're about ready for the dad jokes.
ready to wrap up here.
or the dad joke. I think
right.
Victor hit us with a few
Any-
chain dad jokes.
Hey.
But that was good.
Hey. Why did little Susie fall off the swing?
She had bad parents.
There was butter on it.
Because she had no arms.
Goodness gracious. mine is not actually. Mine is kind of dark, but it's not that dark.
Knock knock.
Who?
I don't want to.
You should have just like.
Yeah, sorry.
Who's there?
Not little Susie.
Jeez.
Nobody helped her up from the swing.
So she did have bad parents. I
Yeah,
thought so.
Oh, of course she did. Why would
She
would
lived
have
in
arms,
America, right?
No health insurance.
No,
Yeah.
she was in third world country.
Well, who was
There was
pushing?
no hope.
Who was pushing her? They just pushed her on the swing and then she just flew off.
I didn't say she was proposed. She just sat and fell.
What a poor.
She's still on the floor as we speak.
Her
Like,
balance is just terrible. She needs to fix
On the
that.
floor for years.
All right, Jack.
All right.
Hit us. with
Send
that.
us off.
So-
Send us off.
Before my great grandmother passed a few years ago, my dad and I used to visit her at least once a week, and she would always offer us a drink at least 3 or 4 times while we were there. And I was probably around 18 at the time, and I told her, "Yeah, I'll take a beer." After she offered like 3 times,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Are you old enough to drink?" And insinuating I'm 18, and I go, "Yeah, prohibition's over." So,
Nice.
for any of you that don't get that, prohibition ended in like the late 20s, right? Am I right in that? I think it was maybe mid 20s.
It started in the 20s.
It ended May, I believe it's May 14th, 1935.
Oh, so
Oh, shit.
mid 30s.
That's
Mid-30s.
I'm pretty sure May 13th is repeal day.
All right.
I could be
So-
wrong. No. Sorry, March.
So yeah, I roasted a 94-year-old woman that I was related to,
Horrible. You're a horrible man.
but she found it pretty funny, so it was okay.
All right. Till next time, guys.
Choo choo.
You've been listening to Mind Hops. Make sure to like, rate, and review, and we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, follow us on Twitter at Mind Hops. From there, you can get updates and submit questions for upcoming shows. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.